Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be jumping into the chart of Bitcoin because currently we've seen something that is absolutely catastrophic. However, we do have some slight of good news. So this is the daily chart for Bitcoin, and I'm going to jump into the weekly very quickly to show you what's been happening. It's that we have formed, it's confirmed that we've seen this death cross on the weekly chart, which is super scary. However, I'm going to get onto that in just a second. But guys, I'm CryptoKid. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I do breaking crypto news, I do daily TA pretty much every single day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Please do keep that in your mind. This is my personal TA. It could be 100% right, it could be 100% wrong also. So it's just based on perception. So that's why you should always do your own research before trading or investing. However, this is the weekly chart on Bitcoin as I discussed. Now, what this bearish cross actually means, it's something pretty significantly bad, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Now, as you guys know, the weekly chart for Bitcoin, it is a macro chart. It's considered to be a macro chart, and it's considered to be a chart that is super effective with long-term patterns. And basically, the fact is, we've never seen this. As you can see, we've never seen a bearish cross on the history of Bitcoin on the logarithmic weekly chart. Now, what this means is we've actually come very close here. However, we had a very nice rebound, and we've seen this 50-period MA act as a support also various times. But we've never actually seen this bearish death cross. Now, this is super scary because death crosses are a sign of a potential bear market, which is going to be, which lasts a long time. This is a sign that this could actually happen. Now, what we saw is as they were about to close in on each other, basically what happens is the MAs bring the price close to it. So before we see a cross, we see the price come closer to the MAs, which is exactly what happened over here. And then we got rejected by this resistance of this parallel channel that we've been forming since the 13th of June of 2022. Now, what is going to happen? This is super scary. Now, in theory, we should see a massive, even bigger bear market, because if I switch to the S&P and I go to the weekly chart for the S&P, so if I put this indicator on the S&P and switch to the weekly chart, let's go back to the history of the S&P, and over here we saw this death cross happen right over there. So on the S&P, this was back in 2008. So this happened in the 2008 recession. So this is pretty significant because the last time we saw it, as I said, 2008 recession, we saw this bearish cross, and boom, price plummeted to an incredible low. So we hit it exactly on this candle, but so over here we hit it in this candle. So if I draw it to the close of this candle, we saw another further dump of almost 29% on the S&P after this death cross. And of course, following up to this death cross, we saw a major price movement to the downside. So if we go back to Bitcoin, we can see that, again, coming up to this death cross, we've already seen a major price collapse in the last couple of weeks, because the death cross is actually a lagging indicator, meaning it lags, and the price movement actually happens before it actually occurs. So we have seen this downward movement in price already. Now, what could happen next? Right? As we saw in the S&P, after we saw that death cross, we did see a price retracement again by almost about 29%. So what we could see is, if we jump into the daily chart, this is the good news, by the way. On the daily chart, we have a bullish crossover, but of course, the weekly chart always rules over the daily chart. So what we could potentially see is, because of this daily chart, right, we could see a potential comeback to $24,000 maybe, right? And then that would form a double top happening. So if we were to flip bullish, we would potentially see a double top happening, and in my opinion, we could come back down to this range of $17,500. However, if we go even closer, right, if we go even closer, we can see that we're seeing another bearish cross happening on the 4-hourly chart, and we were talking about this symmetrical triangle pattern, which we broke to the upside of, and now we can adjust this because it's no longer valid. We're seeing this pattern emerge instead, and I would call this This is an ascending wedge. I would call this an ascending wedge. Now ascending wedges tend to break to the downside. So again, now this is flipped bearish, right? So this is now a bearish pattern. So we really need to watch out this level of resistance here, the support here. So $21,560. It is a very, very important point of resistance, which if we go below with volume, right, with volume, which is important, then we could potentially come back down to around $20,600, which is the support of this potential head and shoulders pattern. And again, if we break even lower, then it looks like $18,300 Bitcoin could be potentially possible. So again, it just relies on these two supports here, which have to hold Bitcoin. Otherwise, it doesn't look pretty good. However, the CPI will be announced in the next, I think, tomorrow. So in tomorrow's video, I will do a detailed CPI video on how the CPI could potentially affect Bitcoin, because if CPI is good, we've seen numerous occasions where when CPI is good, we've seen a massive bull run, well, a little bull run on Bitcoin. So if we have a good CPI report, then we could potentially come back up to either $22,600, and if we somehow break even above that, we could even go up to $24,000 if it's a good CPI report. But again, that will depend on the news tomorrow. So that is pretty much it, guys. Make sure to check out the link in the description below. I have a free Telegram chat completely for free. I try to put as much information as possible over there, and also you can get up to $30 put towards your plan on TradingView with this link. And also, I wanted to share this with you guys. So yeah, again, the death cross is confirmed, and yeah, it's not looking good. So I wanted to share this tweet from this guy over here, which I follow. He's pretty nice. He does some very nice content. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully tomorrow. So take care, guys, and bye bye.